I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Ooh, that sounds catty. Yeah. I don't believe you, Monika. Fucking no one believes you, Monika. Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. We are once again on the third day of poems here. And as we have seen in the previous episode, things are starting to fall apart. Both for the game structure, but also for our girls. They're not doing so well. And the game, of course, could throw lots of curveballs at me, especially now. But if I just reflect on what happened last time at this point in the story, I want to change my approach a little bit, which is to say that I do not expect that I can do anything about what's about to happen. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm noticing a trend. That trend being that our characters at the beginning of the game were pretty clearly defined in their behaviors, in their perspectives, and in their values. And as we explored last time, they're starting to deviate more and more. And there have been times where I've thought that that was like somehow Monika making them that way, but I think what's more true is that whatever she's doing is just kind of bringing out their most extreme qualities. And so I can only expect where things are headed, especially with Yuri here. So I'm not going to try to stop it. I know that's a losing game. As much as it is in my nature to want to control, save, let's not explore that comparison. Let's just pick some words for a nice poem. And once again, I don't know what's going to happen, and I don't really know how much influence I have over what happens next. I don't even know if picking words matters. I mean, like, look what's happening. I'm just going to pick them at random because I don't think I'm in control. And I don't think I can save anyone. And it scares me to think that those have such a strong association in my mind. Like I said, let's not unpack that. Hi, Brady. I've been waiting for you. This is different. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monika! I told you not to... Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? See, that's where I'm pulling from. It's mostly their interactions that makes me think that, like, Monika doesn't make Yuri this confrontational. She is capable of it, just not usually willing. And Natsuki can be a brat. And she's a little closer to that most of the time, all on her own, which is why we love her. But Monika's meddling is sort of amplifying these things because, as we've explored in multiple different ways now in this series, we tend to act very differently when we're stressed. Our values shift in erratic ways. And so it feels like the pressure in the environment is increasing. The conflict and the drama being one form of pressure. The ticking clock towards the festival being another. And the confinement of these personalities to more rigid standards as they each try to appeal to the very selective and discerning eye of anime Brady. There's pressure everywhere, and people are not acting as they normally do, which I'm getting a distinct memory of because of something in the background there. Which I don't know what to make of Monika's motives yet. I mean, I think the game has given us some pretty strong tells, even without the file system, that she is involved in whatever's going on. But I don't really know why, and I don't really know to what end. The simple answer is she wants our attention and doesn't like that the other ones get it, but I think that there's something else going on. I don't have all the information yet, so we're gonna keep going. Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, Natsuki, the rare Natsuki apology. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. This is a very measured Natsuki. I actually strongly admire her composure here, because Yuri is struggling to stay composed. Whatever's happening to her is kind of dialed up a little more, it seems. I guess I really felt threatened or something. It's great insight, Natsuki! Most underrated girl. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. What? Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines? Okay, I think that this dialogue, as we've seen before, it probably represents like some pretty impulsive, extreme, not super curated judgments that these characters wouldn't normally access, or at least would evaluate before speaking on. But like I said, we're in uncharacteristic territory here with everybody. Sayori was pushed to probably not a new dimension of thinking, but likely accelerated by all the pressure and the puppetry of Monika. She's stunned. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Ooh, that sounds catty. Yeah. I don't believe you, Monika. Fucking no one believes you, Monika. You must have a lot of determination, starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Brady, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Brady is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. You're not safe, Yuri. You're not safe to say these things around Monika. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, Monika? Oh my god! I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monika. Here's the thing. I've been talking about the puppetry of Monika and the pressure that she's raising in the environment, but like, Monika is under some kind of pressure as well. I really take seriously everything I talked about last time with like the value systems. I don't think that it is in Monika's value system to like manipulate and harm people. I think that she, like the others, is decompensating. Meaning her regular adherence to her values and containment of her like extreme behaviors is being challenged by some sort of stressor as well. The others have pre-existing mental health issues, and Monika has a flare of that as well. But for the other girls, the external factor is Monika. For Monika, what is the external factor? I don't know. But there is some feedback here where like the more attached Yuri's getting and the closer Sayori got to us, the more Monika has also started to react. But she's more aware somehow of what she's doing, where Yuri seems kind of naive. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down. It's just like it's like a stage notes. We're getting the whole blocking of everything that's happening here. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? The second time through all of this stuff, it adds like new personality to the lines. No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Yes, Brady, she's just mad for the tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go and look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. This is sounding very similar to the last time. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them, but expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. Well, it's not quite the same as, like, Natsuki's weird manga fixation. And I think that's part of Yuri's challenge here, is she has normalized an extreme behavior. It's become a regular part of how she compensates for stress or also excitement, as it's been suggested. And I'm afraid that she's minimized it to be something similar to, like, oh, Natsuki's kind of weird for liking manga. Like, the manga's not gonna hurt her. At least, that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's gonna rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Brady, is it just me? Or has Monika been acting a little off lately? Yes. 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 She's also been acting pretty off. She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club. But recently, I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please, Tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening. Okay, now she's panicking, which I'm not going to lay at Anime Brady's feet this time for not perceiving it, because this was the moment things turned with Sayori, and like I said, I'm not going to delude myself into thinking I can prevent it this time. I will just make myself miserable. But finally, we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I want to stay here. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Oh, fucking Monika. Monika is there. She does have, like, omniscient abilities. And yeah, these are not, like, new qualities of Yuri's or of Sayori's, but Monika is dialing them up. She's unraveling them. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Brady. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore. Because we have each other every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monika's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention that other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? I'm very concerned. It's everything we could ever want. Yeah, I haven't really said much in this conversation yet, Yuri. I even feel like Anime Brady is having a kind of reduced role in these later chapters. It's almost like his qualities were also kind of amplified by the different characters. His sincerity, but also like caveman, like people pleasing, is a part of his relationship with Yuri. His non-judgmentalness comes through when he's talking with Natsuki. He did a lot to tell her, like, I don't think you're this or that. But she also activates some of his own lower self-esteem because she's so confrontational with him. That probably gave him ideas like, you know, Monika's out of my league to begin with. And then Sayori activated his deep well of emotional intelligence, but also his blindness to some of his own biases. And Monika, well, she activates everyone's most extreme qualities. She made me feel intimidated from the very beginning. But in a way, the more Monika squeezes out the others, it's almost like our own qualities kind of going away too. Like, we haven't responded to any of this yet. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've been patiently waiting for years for. Will you do that with me, Brady? Well, danger. She's in danger. Let's check out her poem. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Brady, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it? Please? Sure, I don't care. Yeah, it's like his character is gone. You're too nice to me, Brady. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. We're like literally barely a person anymore. Which I think actually kind of validates a lot of what I was saying earlier in the playthrough, where I was talking about how Yuri's infatuation for us is because we give her kind of a very one-dimensional validation. Like, the less complex we are, really the better for her. Why? Because then she can imagine all of our faults as minimal to non-existent. Like, she definitely puts me on a pedestal. Like, she literally just said she has a happy ever after imaginary scenario, and she's just slotted me into that, which is a little bit of like erotic transference. Like, now that in the context of like therapy terms is when a client develops infatuation with a therapist. So this is not that, obviously, but it's a similar kind of idea, which is that the infatuation is not really based on substantial knowledge or real intimacy with the other person. Because in a scenario like that, the client doesn't actually really know that much about a therapist, because we don't often self-disclose deep and intimate parts of our background. But the qualities that show up client-facing are similar kinds of things, like unconditional positive regard, lots of validation, helping them understand themselves. Like, those are impressionable qualities that can lead to something like that, but it's not real intimacy based on a known connection or even personality. Like, ultimately, a client will just know that like their therapist is kind and validating or whatever, but doesn't know their background enough to actually be infatuated. And so it's transference. It's coming from unprocessed or undealt with like neglect and held up emotions about intimacy elsewhere in their life. And that's kind of like what this feels like, because like I said, not like client therapist situation here, but anime Brady is basically faceless. Like, he just is very simple, placating, validating, nice. At this point in the story, he had more depth earlier. Monika is fucked with that, but he's very simple to her right now, and she has infatuated him to this like fantasy level. She's out here saying, oh, we're gonna be perfect intimate lovers, and he's literally like, yeah, sure, I don't care. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? That's how you know it's kind of transference, because it's not based on actual substantial connection. It's based on fantasy. It's not bad, right? It's a little bad. It's a little bad, actually, in this case. In the therapeutic context, it actually is often an opportunity to surface that unprocessed intimacy and the related issues. And so it can be pretty helpful to work through, and also to then model for someone what like healthy boundaries in a relationship are, as you sort out that it is a transference of affection and not real connection based on like known personal qualities. It happens, and it's like valuable for the therapeutic process. Not what's going on here. This is bad. I'm gonna take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I think he's just gonna say, yeah, whatever. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. Girl. We've said like 5 words to you. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. Wow. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. See, like the fact that he's not reacted to this at all Like, something is happening to anime Brady. He would have more to say before. What is there to say about this? I mean, what is there to really say? It's disturbing. For sure. Very disturbing. Is it even legible? I don't think there's a coherent narrative in here. Do you have anything to say about this anime, Brady? Anything at all? Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... I couldn't tell. More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the club? I think I'm gonna vomit. Yeah. I know she's not gonna get better. Unfortunately, I have to accept that the game has railroaded me onto this path, but I even... what am I supposed to fucking do now? Anime Brady isn't even here for me to, like, give me something to yell at and then give me something to praise. Like, he's basically gone. Where did he go? Where is Anime Brady, Monika? What'd you do with him? What? You gave your poem to Yuri? Gross. It's with you two. It's not like I wanted to read it anyway. It's just pissing me off a little bit that you didn't even think to show me at all. Okay. Guess I'm gonna share my poem with you anyway. Again, doing a lot to compose herself here. I'm curious to see, like, what Monika does to her, because she seems a lot less affected than Sayori was and Yuri. I mean, there's always the chance that whatever fucking happens to Yuri, and then we got to do all again with Natsuki. I really hate that I have to do this, but unfortunately, I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. Okay. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean. But she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive. Things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. Natsuki is the only sensible person left. She's the only one reasoning that the situation is dire and still recognizing the environment she's in and what's happening to people because of it. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. Maybe. Maybe not at this point. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm gonna hate myself later for admitting that, but right now, I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Just please try to do something. As for Monika, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now. And that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. Realest person in literature club. Always has been, really. Like, this is someone who is very neatly in her value box. Still caring, still tough attitude, still stands up for herself, stands up for other people. People who are not acting very kind to her right now. And perceptive, like she's catching on to what's happening. Ultimately, so far, this game seems to have been about what happens when people are extremely stressed and their worst compensation behaviors start to come out. And then let's escalate that to a complete unraveling. But Natsuki is still put together. That's pretty damn special. She's got some serious resilience for that. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just... No, Natsuki! No! No! No, 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 no! What a badass, though. Like, every other character has had to have the stress dialed up and the compensation slowly eked out. And Natsuki, right up until this moment, was like pretty consistent with herself. And so this is an extreme turn. The visual of her face being blank, telling us this is like complete inverse. That's Monika just cranking instead of trying to like slowly dial up the issues. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Brady? If you would just spend more time with Monika, all these problems would go... Yeah, fucking... I'm sure Natsuki thinks that. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. We're not even a character anymore. Just think of Monika from now on. Just Monika. Just Monika. Just Monika. Can I like... Damn it. Damn it. No. I said I wasn't going to try to stop it. I can't help myself. I just want to save them. Is that so bad? Is that so fucking bad? Fine, fine, fine. Fucking do your worst. Just Monika, fuck you. This is such whiplash. What? What? Fucking what do you want, Monika? Don't say I didn't warn you, Brady. This doesn't matter. No. Nothing real. Nothing is real. Nothing is real, question mark. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Oh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Thanks, Yuri. Thanks for that little factoid. Look, let me just get this done. I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. Monika, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So, I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There. See? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. What about Brady? I'm not even in the story anymore. I haven't had a line of dialogue for like 10 minutes. Brady's gonna help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monika. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What? Your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. God damn it. God damn it, Monika. Be reasonable. You're look what you're doing to these innocent, well, troubled girls. Who's really innocent? Sayori was innocent. Truly, she was innocent. All you care about now is dragging Brady around with you in your stupid books. You and Monika. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Brady decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monika. Just let Brady make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Brady, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. This is wonderful. This is great. You shut your mouth. For God's sake. This is never gonna end. Just make the choice, okay? You know what? Fuck it. I'm choosing... No. No, stop it. What is happening? It's not letting me... No, fuck you. I'm choosing that. Okay, I'm gonna choose Natsuki. No! What is happening? This is bullshit. What? I have no fucking choice. Yay! You picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. That's great. Thanks, Monika. That's great. I really want to spend time with you. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. Still seeing things clearly, Natsuki. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Brady for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. It's... Yuri's not seeing things clearly, but she's right in this instance. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Oh. Monika, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Brady away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered... What? I'm not reading that. Yuri, you're scaring me a little bit. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows Monika and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Brady. Yuri's really something, isn't she? Monika giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Brady, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monika. Don't listen to her. Just come by my house instead. The whole day. Just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow. There's something really wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm gonna die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? Fucking... Is that breathing? Panting? But if it feels so good, why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Because it is. Just because it is. Okay, we've been over this. There is something horrible is going to happen to you, and I can't do anything about it. I can't fucking do anything about it, except explain in psychological terms how this parallels real people who go through similar things that you're going through. That's literally all I can fucking do. Maybe there is something to that for me. I do like helping people. I don't know if I go all the way to say save, but I can't control what happens to people. I can just help them save themselves by giving them education and a space to process what's going on with them. Which is all I can really do here as well for everyone out there. It's my own limited little way of solving the existential problem of never being able to do quite enough. But it's all I got. Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Brady. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love. Oh, what a reveal. You know, somehow mad love feels like it doesn't hit as hard after you told me you're literally addicted. I'm just coping. I'm just fucking coping now. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if Monika's listening. Please, Brady, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself. I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Brady. Tell me you want to be my lover. Tell me, do you accept my confession? This is cruel. This is as cruel as the Sayori option. But I know the option doesn't matter. No, I don't accept your confession. She hurts herself. Yes, I accept her confession. She gets so excited she hurts herself. Oh. The way it's taught you to pay attention to every line, but clearly wants you to just keep going, but not all the way in case you miss something, is fucked up. It's brilliant. It's this brilliant storytelling method for maximum damage. fuck it. I don't wanna see this anymore. What am I supposed to do? What the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't do anything to fucking stop it. I can't do anything to fucking leave it. I like, what the fuck? I'm here. Did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Brady? Jeez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. What? 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 This should only take a second. Can you hear me? Is it working? There you are. Hi again, Brady. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. Talking to you, Brady. Yeah, you've been talking to us for a while, Monika. We're... Okay, that's getting blurred out. Where... What is happening? How did it... Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. Yeah. Let's keep it that way. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait. You do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? By this point, yes. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That's what I've been trying to tell you all along. Man, if only you had paid a little more attention. This would have been a little less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her. And I guess it drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you've heard that name now, hasn't it? No, it actually hasn't, Monika. I've been talking about her this whole time. Yeah. It's because she doesn't exist anymore. Not to you. Not in your universe. But we remember her. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there, since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you to not spend time with anyone else. And the whole time, I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Brady? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. So Monika's been aware that there is no path for her. She's never been an option. And when she became aware of that, she did everything she could to give herself purpose in the game. And also stopped seeing the other characters as fully realized people. But if there's anything I've learned from playing this game, it's that I've had very real emotions in the course of getting to know them. I think it's a very human thing for stories to evoke genuine thought and feeling in us. We've been doing it for the entire time we've been around. Hell, there's been characters who've had more meaningful impact on my life than many real people. So I don't agree with her that they were expendable or less deserving of preserving just because they're archetypes or they're only real in the logic of the game. I mean, somehow Monika's lost sight of that. It's not just jealousy, Brady. It's more than that. And I don't blame you if you don't fully understand. It's not that I don't understand, but I don't agree. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game. Knowing my friends don't even have free will. And worst of all, knowing what's really out there, in your world, forever out of reach. I'm trapped, Brady. Now you're here. You're real. And you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me. Forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand it for a while either. Why the world around me started to become more and more gray. More and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Brady. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? Well, the same way that I do. I know they're not real, but I miss talking about them. I miss reacting to them. I miss relating my experience to them. There's a perspective in psychology and philosophy that's phenomenology, the study of phenomenon, which is experience, study of experience. And the idea from a psychological point of view is that there is a difference between reality and perception. There always will be. This is a video game, that's a fact. But whether or not someone enjoys it is their perception. Whether someone cares about the characters is their perception. And so there's a difference between reality and experience. But someone's experience does cause real emotions, real physiological responses. Someone who's hallucinating something terrifying will have an active neurological response to it. Their sympathetic nervous system will activate. Their fight or flight response will engage. And in a simpler sense, I may be surrounded by people but still have the experience of loneliness and have real emotion from that. And so phenomenology is about recognizing that it's not as simple as saying, well, this isn't really happening to you, so you shouldn't feel that way about it. Because that would be a very bad starting point for therapy and for helping someone. I might get a report about someone that gives me the facts, but then I sit down in front of them and hear their actual story. And I can tell that their experience has led them to very different narratives about their life than what the facts sometimes say. A quick glance at someone's life would tell you they're the victim of abuse, but their perception is still that they're loved so much by their abuser. The person who has many forms of support still feels isolated. And so in some sense, we do have to treat the experience and try to find a way to integrate reality with it. It's not to say ignore reality, but you do have to respect that, like, your argument for your lived experience is different from what reality says does not build the kind of rapport with someone that's needed for them to find that alignment between reality and experience. And so, yeah, I've had real emotions. I've been really, really actually sad. I really actually needed to take a break from playing this game because it made me actually upset. Did I really lose someone in my life? No. I'm fully aware that it's not real. But I've had very real emotions. And so how could I miss them? Well, because they have meant something to me and many others as well. A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must be some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. Well, we just talked about perspective. That it's all just some game. I don't think the fact that it is a game makes as much of a difference, though, in whether I treat these characters as real or not. Because ultimately, they're inspired by real people's stories. Real people do suffer from depression and anxiety and self-harm and all these things. And if you were really in tune with the game, Monika, you would know that that's just good writing on your creator's behalf. That they realized some very well-developed characters worthy of our attachment. Your whole thing only works if we're attached to them. And so they have to be pretty real. And I knew you would get over it. She's delusional. So that being said, Brady, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You're truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Brady, will you go out with me? Yeah, like, yeah, there's nothing. I'm so happy. Wow. Monika, you really won me over. You're really my everything, Brady. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Brady. The game wouldn't give me one. So I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. and you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Oh, it's... I mean, it is sad. It's sad that while the others started to lose control of themselves, they did take it out on themselves. Whereas Monika chose to take it out on other people. And I don't support either of those agendas, but Monika's justification is, it's wrong because she would know what she's doing to the player. Disturbing them and hurting us by showing us such awful things. Hi again, Brady. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Brady, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel for our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Oh, geez. There's a lot to unpack here, but I don't want to interrupt Monika. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game, like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character I tried a couple of times, actually. If you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Brady? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look and... Here's the thing. These are very complicated characters with many layers. And we've very thoroughly explored them from all kinds of different perspectives. And I think it would be very reductive to say that this is a story about just Monika or just Sayori or even just the literature club. Or even just about a certain kind of behavior that shows up when people are stressed. I think to me, this has been a story about the duality of people, which is that there are different ways to experience the same thing. Monika's a perfectionist, like many of us. And so there is a fear of failure built into her personality. But if you have a fear of failure, you also have a desire for success. And I think that those are the same thing. But we get a choice which one of those we motivate ourselves with. If I wake up every day and I motivate myself with the fear of failure, where is my attention going to go? Versus trying to tap into what desire for success looks like for me. It's ultimately the same thing. And that's duality. If you can have the need for control, then you also have the need for peace. Because ultimately we feel like controlling things will lead us to something peaceful. For Monika, it was controlling other people and also the outcome of her own destiny. For Sayori, it was controlling her own feelings. For Yuri, controlling her urges and passions. And for Natsuki, controlling maybe a bit about how people perceive her. We may feel like once we control all of those things, we'll finally be at peace with them, but it is about what you motivate yourself with. I think that the fear of failure is the same thing as the desire for success. I think the need for control is the same thing as the need for peace. And I also think that enduring pain is the same thing as searching for relief. I think Yuri's behavior especially is very much about that, and others who feel like her. That I want to be able to endure this pain, psychological, emotional, physical, because ultimately that is the same thing as looking for relief. But we have the choice, god damn it. Which one of those sides of duality we motivate ourselves with. And I think that this is ultimately a story about choosing the ones that haven't worked out so well. Let's see. Always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality just doesn't get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying, it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes them feel human, and leaving just the cute stuff. I think that these are some of the most realized human characters that I've seen. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me more if I was like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still with me here, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for me to believe that I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Brady. You're the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never a chance I wouldn't fall for you. Monika, please stop this. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this really even Japan? I mean, Aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? Not to mention, everything's in English. Feels like everything is just there because it needs to be. And the actual setting is an afterthought. It's kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. I feel like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window, but instead of your usual yard, you're in some completely unknown place. Would you still feel like you were home? Would you want to go outside? I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyway. As long as we're alone and safe together, this is really our home. And we can still watch the pretty sunsets, night after night. Fear, control, and pain. That's what's been driving Monika. Oh, did you say kiss? This suddenly, it's a little embarrassing. But if it's with you, I might be okay with it. Wow, sorry. I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in these kinds of romance games, right? Don't lie if it turned you on a little bit. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. But that'll be our secret. Monika, it would be wrong of me to not afford the same level of empathy as the others and say that I think that in a very real way, when we feel trapped like this, we become desperate, just like the others. But holding us captive like this it's not right, Monika. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes, knowing that this is the closest I can get to you. There's nothing more I wanted than to be in the same room as you for real, to feel your warmth, and to hear the sound of your heartbeat. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible someday. Besides, I'll never get tired of being with you, even from here. No, I'm just gonna say I feel bad, but I just can't, Monika. I can't do it. I gotta go. This has gotta be, that can't be. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop. Now it's just the two of us. I guess that was wishful thinking. Brady, I don't know if you would have any idea, but if you know what might be causing that, could you try to do something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's a really horrible feeling. If you could figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Now, where was I? I don't know. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I feel okay about it. You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? It seems to happen whenever you quit the game. So if you could try to avoid doing that, I'd be really grateful. Don't worry. I don't think it's caused many harm. Aside from mental scarring. I'll be fine as long as my character file stays in... Oh, shit. Wait, is it finally possible? I don't mean finally like I'm looking forward to it, but... You know, on the topic of duality, I said earlier, let's not unpack that comparison I made between saving people and being in control. But let's unpack it a little bit. Ultimately, I don't want people to suffer. I don't want people to suffer. And I know that they will. I know that everyone will. And ultimately, like, everyone is going to experience some kind of suffering in their life. I think there's things you can do to prevent it. I think that there's a lot you can do to heal from it. I've personally chosen my role in life to be someone who is found at that point where they want to do something more with the suffering they've experienced than just endure it, but potentially grow from it. And that process is never easy. And it does come with some requirements. To grow from suffering, we do need awareness. We need to be aware of what has happened and what the impact has been on us. Monica's aware she's suffered. She knows. She knows she's trapped in the game. Like many people feel trapped in circumstances in their lives. She knows what the impact of her suffering is. It's made her kind of hopeless and antagonistic to people she, in one instance, calls her friends, but then also characterizes as not being real enough to care about whether she's harming them. She's aware. She's aware of the suffering in her life and what it's done to her. But she's also forced some awareness to go away in convincing herself that what we were just experiencing is like no longer suffering, instead of really attending to it. And unfortunately, you do see this a lot in how people deal with the significant issues in their life. We justify reasons we're willing to hurt people, ignore the warning signs in our life that tell us we're not improving or may actually be getting worse. We reject help and we overly attach and we compensate and we do all kinds of things to prevent or deny our own suffering. It's a very human thing to do. And I don't have like some deep other thing that we can do with our suffering that's not those things. I've just been exposed to a lot of people's lives where doing that kind of stuff tended to make their suffering worse. And so the best thing I've been able to do with that is help people become aware, help them develop some skills and some tools to deal with the things that are in their life, accept the parts of themselves that they can't change, and work on changing the parts of themselves that they can. But when you stop doing that, or if you never believed that was possible to begin with, that's when we tend to suffer the most. And unfortunately, I think that's where Monica landed. And she wasn't really willing to acknowledge this is not like a higher form of happiness than being trapped, to bend your perception so that a reality you don't want becomes acceptable. I don't quite think that that's healing. And so I can't make Monica more aware of it. I don't have that ability or responsibility. And I don't think it's the game's intention or aim to convince you that this is like a good thing. I think so far it just has wanted us to see what happens when along the way in your life you don't catch on to what's going on to yourself and those around you and do your best to help along the way. And ultimately, we've never had a choice in the direction of this, but it's the only reset that we're going to get, I think. And that's okay, because I don't think that the goal here has been to control the outcome of these characters' suffering. Just like I have accepted that that is not my role in life or as a therapist. It is to promote awareness and encourage people to look into what it would mean to change things. That's what I tried to do, and I feel like that's what this game has done. It's why we were never given a choice, and it's why I never really get one either. And I've made my peace with that. I have. And I think it's time that we do so in the game as well. It's okay to want to control things. I think it's a very natural human thing to do, but when you don't have control, you have to have acceptance. And I think this is the only way to move forward. If nothing else, this is hopefully the end of the suffering journey. Or there could be more. And we'll adapt to it like we always do. You're back. What's happening to me? It hurts so much. Help me. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Brady? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much. I trusted you. Did you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? The opposite, really. Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find This is like made specifically to upset me. Brady, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends. I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? It's not love. That's... I've made up my mind. Brady, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. Couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends. I loved them all. And I loved the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really love you, then she's gone. All my saves are gone. And Monika? Also gone. Once again, I don't know where the story goes from here. I really, really don't. There's plenty more in store for the game, it seems. And there's plenty more for us to check out from side stories, and I don't know. I really don't know what direction this goes in next. But the story's not over here. That I know for sure. But who knows? There may be a chance yet to fix everything. Not that that's the goal. But at least for now, I can pause this episode without feeling miserable. But the series is not over yet. And we'll see where we go from here. Be good to yourselves, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Take care, everyone.